What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Rugby 20 video. Today I've got some really interesting news for you about the whole editing teams when we get the final version of the game at the end of January. Obviously we knew we could edit teams, we didn't know exactly what it was, so today I found out for you. Welcome back to another video on the Rugby channel. Please make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the notification button, as well as please go ahead and follow us on our social media platforms to be up to date with the channel. Okay, so previously we obviously found out that we will definitely get to edit teams, but we didn't know exactly what we would get to edit. Obviously I did that in a video, so if you haven't seen that video, please go back and go ahead and check it out, because it was quite interesting. Finding out that we could edit teams was quite a cool feature, and because especially considering there's quite a few unlicensed teams in this game, for example Uruguay, New Zealand, South Africa, Australia, Fiji, England being most of them. But like I said, we didn't exactly know what it was. What was it going to be that we could make a logo? Was it going to be that we could actually change the color of the kit? Or was it going to be the main one that we want was to put real players into the actual team? So basically, I had a fan message me and telling me that he messaged Rugby 20 saying, will you be able to make your own kit or emblem? And Rugby 20 replied then, as you can see here. And they said, hi Kai, you will be able to modify players and teams, but there is no creation mode in Rugby 20. So, we don't actually know what this means as of yet. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do kits or anything like that. But being able to modify players and teams, I have a feeling it's going to be being able to import real players into the actual national teams. So, for example, if I want to put Anscombe into the Wales team and so on, you'll be able to do that. I'd imagine as well for the unlicensed, if they put unlicensed clubs into it, you'd be able to rename them. And I'd imagine also that you would be able to rename player names and so on. Or maybe even stats, because as of right now, South Africa looks like this, their players. So if you can put real ones into it, it'd be quite cool. Because this is the amount of South African players actually licensed in the game, because they play in Europe with the teams already licensed. So there's quite a few players you can actually put in there. Same goes with Fiji. All of Fiji's national team is basically playing in Europe. Australia, not so much. New Zealand, there's quite a few playing in Europe as well. So overall it makes it quite cool. Uruguay, I think, would be the main one that will kind of fail with this one, because Uruguay's players play in the Major League Rugby, which isn't in this game. Argentina, there's most of their main ones play in Europe as well. So I think it's a cool feature, but it's also annoying when it comes to like the clubs, well, the national teams like Australia and Uruguay, whose players won't be in the game. So I think the best bet for that will just renaming the unlicensed players to the actual licensed players, like names, if that makes sense, and doing the stats that way, because that way then it would work. So I mean, like I said, we don't know if this is definitely going to be the modifying what they have said, like if this is what is going to if this is what modify means to them. But considering, like I said, we can't make the kits, we can't make the emblems or anything like that, or we can't make players or anything, I'd imagine it would be being able to rename certain like unlicensed players, being able to rename unlicensed teams, as long as they're not national teams, obviously, and then obviously importing the players that are already in the game for club-wise, being able to put them into the national team as well. I think that's what most likely it will be anyway. But there we have it, guys. We finally found out what the edit option will be in Rugby 20, most likely anyway. This is about 95% accurate. So it is quite an interesting feature, and it would be quite cool, because obviously now we can properly make the South African team. You can make the Fiji team. Yeah, okay, it's not going to have the official kit, but it's still Fiji, it's still South Africa, and that's the main thing. Australia, like I said, will basically not be the proper Australian team, but you will be able to edit the player names that are already in there, so that's a good thing as well. New Zealand, there's loads of New Zealanders playing currently in Europe. And I've actually got a video on that if you are intrigued to find out who that could be. Make sure you go back and check that out. It'll be on the Rugby 20 section of the playlists. And there is a playlist there saying all the New Zealanders that will be in Rugby 20. There's quite a few, and there's also quite a few I missed out. So if you look at the comment section of that video, there's a list of all the New Zealanders. And yeah, that's the main thing. So it'll be quite interesting, and it'll make the game a lot better. England players, obviously, they all play in the English Premiership anyway, so that won't be a problem. But yeah, great news and very interesting. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure you go ahead and leave a like to show your support for this video and all the Rugby 20 videos in general. I am doing more Phase 3 beta videos coming very, very soon. So please stay tuned for all that. And please as well, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. We upload Rugby 20 videos all the time, as well as Rugby Challenge 4 videos all the time, and as well as rugby videos in general. We do history and everything like that as well. So if you're basically a sports fan or a rugby fan, please go ahead and subscribe, and make sure you click that notification button, because throughout December we are uploading every single day, and throughout every other month then throughout the year next year, it's every single week guaranteed, so it's usually about 3 or 4 a week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I've been Andrew. I will see you in another upload, which will be tomorrow. Peace out, guys.